All right then, let's get one thing straight. You want to understand France? Good. It's a place that really gets to you, a country with more layers than a fancy cake. A part of Western Europe that has given the world some of its biggest ideas, its most amazing food, and a sense of style that others can only dream of. France isn't just a tiny spot on the map, its influence is absolutely huge. Forget old school books and boring talks. To really get a handle on this place, you need a simple, good plan. So, here's my plan for you. Map, meal, museum. It's a trip, a little taste of a country. First, we'll look at the map to see how the land is laid out. We'll point out the main cities so you know where you are. Then the meal, then the museum. A clear path that connects the land to the people and the people to their culture. Map, meal, museum. Simple. Works well. Let's go. First things first, let's figure out where we are. Look at a map of France. It's shaped a bit like a hexagon, right in the middle of Western Europe. Spain to the south, Italy to the southeast, Switzerland to the southeast, Germany to the northeast, Luxembourg to the northeast, Belgium to the northeast, the English Channel to the northwest. The UK is just a short trip away. This spot is super important. It's a place where different things meet. Ideas, armies, foods. It's not an island, it's connected, and that has shaped everything. Now let's talk about cities. First up, Paris, located in the north-central part of the country. Government, fashion, money, the Eiffel Tower, the River Seine, streets full of cafes. If France were a restaurant, Paris would be the busy, high-pressure kitchen. Head south to the Mediterranean coast, Marseille, France's oldest city, a huge port, away to North Africa, away to the Middle East. It's rough, it's loud, it's full of life. The air smells of salt and spices, sailors, fishermen, people from other countries. If Paris is the fancy restaurant, Marseille is the wild street food market. Then, Lyon, tucked in the east between Paris and Marseille. Food capital, where chefs learn, where the Rhone and the Saône meet, the cooking school of France, quietly confident. All right, let's talk about how the French talk to each other. The official language is, you guessed it, French. It's a Romance language, born from Latin. It sounds fancy, like poetry, and maybe a little hard, but it's more than just a way to order a coffee. The language is a huge part of what it means to be French. They are super proud of it. They have a whole group, the Académie Française, basically the language police, keeping it safe and pure. That tells you how seriously they take it. You'll feel this pride as soon as you arrive. A simple bonjour or merci goes a long way. It shows respect. Many speak great English, but prefer starting in their own language. It's a matter of principle. It's their house, their rules. Don't be scared, just try. They don't need perfection, just effort. French culture is built on talking and discussing. People love to talk, to argue, to share ideas over a long meal or a coffee. Politics, big ideas, art, and of course, food. The language is precise, perfect for complex thoughts and strong opinions. And France has many regions with special ways of speaking. In Brittany, you might hear Breton. Down south, Catalan and Basque. In Alsace, Alsatian sounds a lot like German. These languages remind us France isn't one plain block, but a collection of places with traditions and local pride alive today. Now we get to the main event. Food. In France, a meal is not just to fill you up. It's a special event. It's an art form. It's the most important part of the day. They don't just eat a sandwich at their desks. No, no, no. Lunch can be an hour or more. Dinner is time to sit, talk, laugh, and enjoy every single bite. They take their time. They respect the food and how it's made. This is something the rest of the world could learn from. Rushing a meal is a big mistake. A classic French meal follows a plan. It begins with a starter or entree, maybe a simple salad, a slice of meat spread, or a bowl of soup. Then comes the plat principle, often beautifully cooked meat or fish, served with vegetables and a sauce. The sauce is super important. French cooking is built on amazing sauces that take hours, sometimes days. After the main, you don't jump to dessert. That's for beginners. Next comes le fromage, perhaps comté, camembert, and roquefort, with bread. Only then dessert, chocolate mousse, crème brûlée, or a fruit tart. And of course, wine, chosen to match the food. From breakfast croissant and baguette with jam, to coq au vin, bœuf bourguignon, Marseille's bouillabaisse, and a perfect steak frites. Food that makes you happy to be alive. After a good meal, you need to feed your soul. In France, that means art. The French don't just create great food, they collect some of history's most important art. The country is full of museums, from huge to tiny village galleries. Art is for everyone, part of everyday life, not just for the rich or fancy. The king of French museums is the Louvre in Paris. Enormous, housed in an old royal palace. You could spend weeks and not see everything. Home to the Mona Lisa, Leonardo's famous painting. But the Louvre is far more. Egyptian artifacts, the Venus de Milo, huge works by French and Italian masters. Don't think it's all about the Louvre. Across the river, Musée d'Orsay in a beautiful old station. The place for Impressionist and Post-Impressionist art. Monet, Manet, Degas, Renoir, Cézanne, Van Gogh. Then the Centre Pompidou, that inside-out building with national collections of modern and contemporary art. This love for art isn't just in Paris. Lyon, Lille, Strasbourg, Bordeaux, fantastic collections across France. Kings and queens built palaces and filled them with art. Later, artists gathered in Paris and the South, drawn by the light and energy, giving rise to Impressionism and Cubism, a legacy France protects. It's a dedication to culture you feel, preserved, alive, and shared. Section 6. Fashion. Dressing like you mean it. You can't talk about France without talking about fashion. It's part of who they are. Paris stands with Milan, London, New York, a global center. It's where haute couture comes from. Clothes as art, carefully made by hand. Paris Fashion Week sets styles a year ahead. It's serious business, billions in value, built on ideas and skilled work. The brand list is legendary. Chanel, Dior, Louis Vuitton, Hermès, Saint Laurent. Coco Chanel freed women from tight corsets with a new, enduring look. Christian Dior's new look restored post-war glamour. Designers as cultural heroes. But style isn't only designer, it's everyday. Looking well-dressed without trying too hard. That je ne sais quoi. Fewer, better pieces. A trench, perfect jeans, a silk scarf. Quiet elegance, not flashy logos. Fashion extends to perfumes, makeup, accessories. Perfume houses like Guerlain, global beauty like L'Oréal, powered by quality and craft. It's not about being fake. It's about small details and showing your best self to the world. Section 7. Landmarks. Buildings that tell a story. France is a country you can read through its buildings. Not just for tourists, they're stone and mortar storybooks of power, beliefs, and big dreams. From Roman arenas in the south to the iron of the Eiffel Tower, architecture shows a timeline of French life and symbols known worldwide. Built for the 1889 World's Fair, once disliked, now the symbol of Paris and France. Innovation, engineering, and romance. Nearby, Notre Dame, soaring Gothic arches, carvings, stained glass. 8 centuries of faith and craft. Beyond Paris, Versailles, a monument to royal power and luxury. The Hall of Mirrors, vast gardens, opulent rooms. Mont Saint-Michel rises like fantasy, encircled by sea at high tide, breathtaking devotion and engineering. France's heart is also in villages and regional styles. Fairy tale Alsace, walled Carcassonne, Roman arches in Arles and Nîmes. Every building, big or small, has a story, if you take time to look. Section 8. Life and family, the heart of it all. So, what's daily life actually like? Under the art, fashion, and food, What really matters? For many, family. The family unit remains the foundation. Sunday lunch. Parents, grandparents, children, a living tradition. It's time to connect, share news, and enjoy a relaxed meal. Grandparents often play a big role. The French work to live, not live to work. A 35-hour weekend law. Free time valued. Lunch breaks sacred. 5 weeks of paid vacation. Many take August off for coast or countryside. A strong safety net supports this. Universal health care, public schools through university, the belief that everyone deserves basics. Funded by high taxes and debated, yet solidarity endures. Life differs. Paris's pace versus rural community calm. In villages, long lunch breaks, restful Sundays. In cities, faster flow. Everywhere, a good quality of life. A fresh baguette, a sidewalk coffee, a walk through the park. It's a civilized way to live. Section 9. Modern France. Still a big player on the world stage. Let's wrap this up. Where does France stand today in 2026? Make no mistake, modern, powerful, very important. A key player in the EU, working with Germany. A permanent UN Security Council seat. A nuclear power, NATO member, with forces able to reach far. France believes in sharing its values, freedom, equality, brotherhood, on the world stage. Economically, a giant, among the world's largest, with leadership in high-tech, Airbus, TGV, luxury, farming, cosmetics, tourism. French companies operate globally. Made in France still signals quality. Like any country, it faces problems, identity debates, immigration and integration, unemployment, especially for youth, and frequent strikes and protests. It can look messy, but it's democracy in action. France changes, questions, debates, and grows. It attracts students, artists, business people, thinkers, believing in culture, a good meal, and a special role in the world. France is complicated, proud, sometimes annoying, never boring. That's its lasting strength. Now you've got the basics. Go out and find the rest for yourself.